Now let's bring in James Gomez. He's the Regional Director of the Asia Centre in Singapore and joins us via Skype. Mr. Gomez, thanks so much for coming onto the link. Now, first, Aung San Suu Kyi, she was one of the most prominent political prisoners under house arrest for nearly 15 years and now once again in detention. How do you evaluate her as a leader?
Well, Aung San Suu Kyi will always be a leader. She will always be a very important icon. Unfortunately, given the developments since the last couple of years and what has happened recently, I think the quality of Aung San Suu Kyi as an icon of leadership has been tainted. This is the reason why you will see both international community and NGOs are very careful when they call for democratic change, when they look for icons of change into what has happened in the last few days in Myanmar. They are qualifying in terms of putting up Aung San Suu Kyi as the primary reason as to why we need to see some movement forward into what has happened in the military takeover or the coup, as has been internationally known in the politics of current times in Myanmar.
Well, but that said, there is a chorus of international criticism of this military takeover. So what do you think, considering that, are some of the wider impacts for Myanmar, geopolitically speaking?
What I can say, and based on my experience, is what is closer to home in Southeast Asia. ASEAN is a very important player in what is happening in the wider region of Southeast Asia and what is happening in Myanmar. So far, they have tried to bring Myanmar into the fold and ask them to do the right thing. But I don't think this is the way forward. I think for many years, ASEAN has been ineffectual. Apart from ASEAN, I think we still need to consider the larger Asian countries, such as South Korea, Japan, China, and India. They would need to speak up more firmly in terms of trying to resolve this political problem in Myanmar. We need to ensure that the wider Asian political powers say the right thing to cajole the military regime to bring back democracy in Myanmar.
All right, well, Mr. Gomez, it's interesting to hear your analysis. Thanks so much for joining.